So, hello, my collective. Someone's energy is tugging on you right now. So, let's see what they want, okay? Let's see what they want. What do you want with my collective? What do you want with my collective? Let's see what they want. What do you want? It's the past that's tugging on you. The weight of what happened between us still lingers. I'm not yet over our past. That's why they're tugging on you, collective. All right. This is the energy that's tugging on you right now. We're trying to see what they want. They're saying that the weight of what happened between you is lingering. They're not yet over you. Well, what do you want to say? What did you do to my collective? What did you do? What happened? What do you want to say? They want to come in and balance the relationship between you. They want peace. They want happiness. They want to come out of this no contact. They want some harmony between you. They don't like that you cut the ties between them, okay? They don't like that you're standing up for yourself. They don't like that you release them, that you cut them loose, that you let them go. What else? What else? Why are you tugging on my collective right now? Something wanted to come but didn't. Why are you tugging on my collective right now? Oh, we got a jumper. This is definitely someone who's in their masculine energy, okay? Your person may have a tattoo, all right? Your person may be a father figure, acted like a father figure. If you did not have a child from this person wants to have a child from you, okay? This may have been someone who acted like a father figure to a child that you already have. This is someone that was definitely in their sexuality, their sexual second chakra, their sexuality. This is someone that was being had a lot of options. They had a child with someone else, could have gone towards a child. Someone that sees themselves as being a very disciplined authority figure. What else? Why are you pulling on my collective energy? Why are you pulling on my collective energy? This was an opportunist, a narcissist, okay? Someone who's very fragile on the inside, but put up a very cool front. Like they had it together, like they were strong, okay? Just a second, guys. I needed a drink. This is someone who's feeling very shattered right now, very broken. They're having nightmares, not sleeping at night. They're feeling like a failure because they let you go, because this relationship ended, because you walked away from them. They're feeling like a failure because they couldn't hold on to you. They didn't fight for you. They were too much in their own ego, in their pride. Now they're paranoid. They don't know who you're seeing, what you're doing. They're very insecure, very guarded, keeping an eye on you, watching you. Remember, this is the person from your past. This person is still haunted about what happened between you. They just can't let it go. They just can't let you go. They can't let go of the fact that they cannot release this. This is something that they're not used to. They're used to love them and leave them, letting people move on, them moving on, them walking away from people, them not caring when people decided they didn't want to deal with them anymore. But it's something special about you, something about you, collective. They can't let go, okay? They're very optimistic that you guys will get back together. They're hoping at least that there will be some success in the near future, in divine timing, in the horizon. They're hoping that you guys will come back together possibly once you enough time has passed, or you've forgiven them at least, or if they can forgive themselves. We got three, a conversation, growth, okay, in the relationship. They do think that and feel that they burned a bridge between you, okay? They feel like you don't trust them anymore. They know they've been disloyal. They feel like you've turned their back on you, or perhaps you feel like they've turned their back on you. They may be dealing with some legal issues. If you were married, you may have separated from them or filed for a divorce. They may be going through a divorce, with someone who they have a child with. They may be having some legal issues as far as establishing some child support, paternity, trying to find out if a child is theirs. They are suffering in silence and they don't want you to know, okay? They're hiding this from you. They are pulling on your energy. They are tugging on you right now. Because they're missing you. They know that they're dreaming about you. They have broken dreams. The dream of you guys having a family is now broken. The dream of them being with you is now broken, okay? But it's broken because of something that they've done. Yes, they're getting the cosmic nudges now. They're getting the intuitive hits that you were the one that they were supposed to be with. Unfortunately, they did not follow the signs. They want to come in and follow the signs now, and that's why they're pulling on your energy. You may find yourself thinking about them, listening to music. They're sending you music, telepathic messages. You might be seeing synchronicities around you, numbers. Their name may be popping up. You might constantly popping up in their head, morning, noon, and night. If so, that's part of their karma. Okay, there's what broken mirrors coming out here. You triggered a karmic lesson for them, an awakening from them. This person may have had some addictions to chemical substance abuse, sex, addicted to a certain lifestyle, addicted to always wanting to make money, always feeling like they don't have enough money. They keep pushing and pushing for more, because enough is never enough with them. This person had to learn some lessons from going through this relationship with you, from going through this turmoil with you, okay? This person with broken mirrors out here, you when they saw you, they saw things about themselves they needed to fix that they weren't ready to fix. See, we have broken mirrors and we have shattered. This person had some flaws, and you being with you, you mirrored those flaws to them, those insecurities to them, okay? Their mistakes, their past mistakes, things that they feel guilty about, things they weren't ready to face, things that are stressing them. You made them anxious, okay? They are now feeling ashamed and remorse about how they treated you. They treated you in a way that you just didn't deserve, collective, and they feel bad about it. At the time, they were in their pride, their ego. They didn't care. You walked away. They were like, F it, I don't care. But they did, okay? But in that moment, they were in their pride. So they didn't fight for you. They did, and they let you go, all right? Now they're in their head about it. This person was out here living a double life. They were, again, a narcissist, egotistical. They were seeing other people, but yet they were paranoid about whether or not you were seeing anybody else, worried that and insecure that you might have someone else, okay? This person was presenting themselves one way to other people, their family, their friends, to their community, but then when they were alone with you, they were presenting themselves to be, all right, a masculine, a divine masculine. They were presenting themselves to be a family oriented person, a trustworthy person, a loyal person. This is how they presented themselves to you, to be a stand up type of man, someone that wanted a family, that wanted love, that wanted trust, that wanted loyalty. They probably even presented to you that the previous relationship that they were in was the opposite of that. That maybe they got cheated on, maybe their person was out here being in the streets, not loyal, not trustworthy, and so that's why that relationship didn't work, and that's why they felt insecure. This is what they portrayed to you, okay? So maybe they had you feeling bad for them, you optimistic that you guys can have something because this person wanted what you want, all right? This person mirrored to you. They looked at what you wanted. They listened to what went wrong in your relationship. They allowed you to vent about why your previous relationship didn't work. And then they mirrored those to you, your flaws, what went wrong. They mirrored that type of behavior to make you trust them, only to go in and shatter your dreams, your hopes, okay? And this is why this person is suffering is silence, all right? Because they broke the reality, they broke your dream of having a future with them. But now they want to come in and confess what they've done. Now they want to say, I'm sorry. Now they want to be truthful. Now they want to, you know, be raw with their emotions. And it's because they're receiving these intuitive hits. They're getting the enlightenment. Their spirit guides are showing them, are leading them. See all these light, all these spirit, all these intuitive hits, these comic nudges that they're getting, that you were the one. You were the one for them. You were their future, their happiness, their everything. Now that they see that, now they want to come in and balance the relationship. Have some peace, have some harmony, okay? But, I don't know, Collector. You feel this energy tugging on you. They're snooping on you and getting tarot readings on you, asking questions about you, stalking you on your social media, hiding behind different names so that you don't know that it's them, driving by your house, your job, where you usually visit, where you hang out, your friends' houses. If you guys know people in common, they're wanting to know, hey, what's going on with the collective? Have they moved on? Are they seeing someone? Are they single? Do they ever ask about me? Do they want to know? Are they still mad at me? This person played mind games with you, okay? They gaslighted you. They tested you to see how much you would take. They tested you to see if you were loyal. They came in hot and cold. They were emotionally unavailable with you. They were testing to see if you really cared or if you were trying to use them, if you were in it for something, if your motives were pure. Okay, this person tackled this like it was a game. Your person could have liked to wear plaid. Your person could have wore glasses. Your person didn't see things clearly then, but they see things clearly now. Things are being revealed to them, exactly who you are, what this relationship was. Your person could have had a mustache or a beard, like to wear their hair cut low. Your person could have been Caucasian, could like the color blue. Or this person's definitely feeling blue now, okay? Sad and in their feelings, all right? This person with all this plaid out here, this person was not connecting the dots, all right? This person was just hopping from one thing to the next, all right? There was nothing straight. They had a pattern, all right? See the plaid, a pattern. They had a pattern of behavior. They were just repeating cycles with themselves. But eventually you called checkmate on this person. You met this person right where they're at. You called checkmate, game over. I'm out. I'm done. And now this person's pulling on your energy because they're hurting, okay? They're crying, they're depressed, they feel a lot of pain and sorrow, they feel rejected by you because you're not communicating with them, you're ignoring them, they're probably sending you text messages. If you don't have them blocked, you're not responding. For some of you, you do have them blocked, okay? They thought maybe you would have reached out. We've had several holidays that passed. Possibly your person's birthday has passed. You have not spoken. No Father's Day, no birthday, no Valentine's Day, no 4th of July. You're just ignoring them. With all this gray, this person is hiding this depression. They feel very murky inside. They don't want people to know how they feel. They're covering it up. It's summertime, but yet they're wearing a sweater. They're trying to cover up how they really feel, okay? They don't want anyone to know that they're depressed about you. This person is experiencing some financial loss right now. Could have lost their job. Could be in between. Money's looking funny. Money's looking very low. Barely make it. Barely paying bills. They're broke. They're debt ridden. Bill collectors are calling them left and right. They're on hard times. They tried to live upon their means when they were with you. They were pulling up your energy. They were manifesting things so they were able to, save up money, obtain more money, meet more people, had job opportunities. Now that you pulled away from them, they've lost that. They don't have your spiritual protection. They don't have those opportunities they had when they were with you. So now they're not getting that increase in pay. Now they're not getting that promotion. Instead, they're getting laid off. Now they're getting, oh, well, we don't need you anymore. Now when they're applying for those here today jobs, get paid today jobs, they're telling them, oh, we've already met our quota for today. We don't need anyone else. Try back tomorrow. Now they're applying for jobs, and because they're using substance to cope, they're not passing these drug tests. You know, things are just happening. They're not qualifying for things they used to qualify for. They're having to depend on other people to help them out, to give them money, help pay a bill, or put something in their name. Friends and family are getting tired of bailing them out. They're turning their back on them. This person is just dealing with a lie. All right? People are saying, hey, man, what's going on with you? You know, this person's contemplating what to do next. You know, do I say something to the collective? Do I speak up? Do I not? I'm unsure what to do. You know, this person knows that you see them as being sketchy. They played so many games. They don't know how to come back out from it. They're weighing their options. They're even weighing the options like where to live, you know, what to do for money. Do I go out here and hustle? Do I get a 9 to 5? Where do I go from here? You know, do I stay in this unhealthy relationship? Do I get out of it? Where do I go? I feel like everybody is falling apart. You know, this person's falling apart. They can't get over it. They know that they're getting all this backlash. They know that they're getting all this karma because of how they treated you. All right, because they were telling you they were at work, but instead they were with somebody else and sitting up in the living room at someone else's house, probably someone they lived with that you didn't know about, somebody they were sneaking around with. They had friends with benefits, spending time with other people, lying about what they're doing. Oh, I'm asleep. That's why I couldn't return your text message, and my phone was off. My battery was dead. I had to work. They weren't at work. They were laid up in somebody else's house, relaxing with them, chilling with them. Didn't want you to know. Oh, I was with my boys. Oh, my phone was in the car. Oh, I didn't hear it. Oh, it was late. Yeah, by the time I got your message, it was late. I thought you were asleep. I didn't call you back. Oh, I'm going to call you back in a few minutes. Few minutes come, go, never call you back. Next morning come, don't even say anything about not calling you back. This person was sitting up, drinking, enjoying themselves, sleeping up with the next person, not giving a damn about you, kicking their feet up on somebody else's couch while you're sitting up waiting for them to call. They are being very secretive, okay? Sneaky, dishonest, mysterious, hiding information, hiding their whereabouts, hiding what they're with, making you think they were alone when they weren't, making you think, oh, I didn't feel well. They were feeling just fine. They were in the fields with someone else, okay? Taking someone else out to dinner, out to drink, buying them gifts, asking them how they're doing in the holidays, meanwhile ignoring you, thinking you were faithful, gullible, naive, you're going to just be there. They were watching you, though, secretively watching you. They're secretly watching you now. Okay, this person's planning on coming back. They're just trying to figure out when's the right time to come to you, when they think you're going to be over this, when they think you're going to be past all that they've done, when you think you're going to be able to just let it go. They're trying to plan on the perfect time to call you to say something. Should I wait till a holiday? That way I can say, I'm just saying happy holiday. Maybe on Thanksgiving, maybe on Christmas, okay? Maybe they're strategizing what to say and how to say it. Like, should I just take their temperature first? Should I just go right in and say I apologize? Or should I take the temperature to see if they're open to communicating with me? They want to call you. They want to take it out. They don't know if you're going to reject them. They don't know. It's a narcissist. They're fragile, so they really can't handle rejection. If you are to reject them, they probably thinking, should I have somebody else test the waters first? Or should it be me? I don't really want anybody in my business about what's going on. They're just really in their head. They don't know what to do. It's just too much stress for them. Your person's probably having headaches, can't sleep at night. Okay, yeah. Meanwhile, you're out here receiving blessings, making it rain. God is showing favor on you. You're manifesting everything you want. If you are involved in some type of court procedure, it's going to go in your favor. You're going to get promotions on your job, windfall of money coming from weird sources, unexpected income. Maybe you get a little scratch off, you win from there. Maybe you just get one of those things in the mail like one of those things that say that, oh, we've had some lump sum payout, you were involved by some medical procedure or test, or something you just get a check from, but things are just happening from you. Some of you are starting new jobs, you're getting money to start a new business with, people are wanting to collaborate with you, you're just happy, you're at peace. You've done the work, you've done the lesson, you've done what spirit asked you to do, you've healed what you needed to heal, you showed up, the person didn't. So you're on the upscale receiving blessings, this person's receiving karma. All right, but unfortunately this person's tugging on you because they feel like it's unfinished business between the two of you. And because they're getting these spiritual nudges and cosmic nudges, all right, intuitive hits, it's a possibility that there is unfinished business between the two of you. This person wants to come in and propose, ask for forgiveness, maybe propose reconciliation. They want to fix the issues between you. They want to see if you guys can work on rebuilding a friendship, rebuild the trust. If so, they want to let you know that after that, they want to take it to the next level, maybe engagement, maybe marriage. They do see long term with you. They do see you as being a high value person, whether you're an emperor or an empress. They do recognize your self-worth. They do understand that you're not going to settle for anything you don't deserve. You are very beautiful, handsome, sexy, abundant, and confident. They know that you have boundaries. They know that they can't just come at you half-assed. They have to have their stuff together. They have to be willing to have something to offer you. Know they have to come at you with integrity or respect. They see now that you won't hesitate to shut the door on them, go on about your business and go on about your merely way. You're not willing to settle for less. You know your worth. You know your value. You know what you deserve. You know that you can pull your equal, better, or if not more. You were dealing with an avoidant, somebody that did not want to share how they feel, let you into their heart. They hid their feelings. They were conflicted about whether or not to be with you or to stay in their comfort zone with who they were with the people that they were dealing with. So they ghosted you, okay, and they feel guilty about it. This person sitting in silence, sitting aside, sometimes alone with their thoughts. They're avoiding other people. Sometimes they want to go out. Your person could be doing one of both. They could be in their feelings to the point where they're hanging out, overindulging in alcohol, substance, sex, people, partying, so that they don't have to think about you. Or your person could be isolating themselves, not really wanting to be bothered, not do the things that they normally do because they just want to sit with themselves and sit with their thoughts and figure out what their next move is going to be. So your person is on one extreme or the other. Either way, they are not balanced with their emotions at this moment, okay? Your person's feeling like they hit rock bottom. They're feeling like they're in jail. Or your person, for some of you, could be in jail or trying to avoid jail, because we did have legal out here and then we have rock bottom. So your person could be in some legal trouble and trying to avoid going to jail, could be going through some court procedures or court process, all right? Or they could just be in spiritual jail. It could just be the universe is dealing them with karma, holding them accountable for their actions, letting them know that you can't just come out here and do people any way you want to do and think that there are no consequences for your actions. There are always consequences. You reap what you sow, okay? This person did not sow good seed, so they're reaping the consequences of their behavior. This person had a pattern. Again, we had plaid. This person had a pattern of doing this to many women, many men, if it was a woman, and they've always gotten away with it. They've always escaped, no consequences. But the problem is this time they came across you, all right? And that's the difference. You are a high value empress. You are a spiritual being. You are divinely guided. You are protected by God, all right? You were sent to this person for them as an opportunity to get rid of some of their karmic debt, to undo some of the bad that they've done, to make amends, to get on the right path, to make the changes they need to make. So when they cross you, a spiritual being, an earth angel, a divine God, a chosen one, it hits different. You hit different. This person may think you put some type of black magic or you've done something on them, okay? That's not the case. You don't have to do that. You never have to do that. It's that you walk with the Spirit of God. You carry the energy, the Spirit of God with you. You're well protected. So when people cross you, when people do you wrong, it's instant karma. It upsets the universe. It's instant karma for that person. And this person is now starting to realize that, okay? Their life again is falling apart. This is why this person is pulling on your energy. This is why this person is saying the weight of what happened between us still lingers. I'm not yet over the past. They're never going to be over it. That's the thing. You're going to always, until this person gets right, balance herself, live right, take accountability, undo their wrongs, pay back their karma. This person is going to constantly think about this. This person is going to constantly be in their head experiencing losses, okay? This person has to get right. All right? This person is so sick and tired of thinking about you, not sleeping, having things go wrong. They're over it. They're ready to move on. They've made up their mind. They don't want to repeat a cycle anymore. They don't want to keep going through these arguments, these conflicts, these disagreements with family, with friends, being broke, working paycheck to paycheck only to pay the bill and not have enough to pay every bill, but just some bills, choosing which bill do I pay today. Have people asking for money, asking, hey, you got this child, this responsibility, this obligation. This person just wants to scream. This person is tired, fed up, feel like they're people pleasing, doing everything to please everybody else and never having any happiness for themselves. You did come into this person's life, you did offer them happiness, but because you didn't fit their norm, because you didn't fit in with what their family and friends felt like, because they felt like they had to play a certain role, they had to keep a certain image, they had to stay in their pride and ego, and they didn't want to grow, they didn't want to let go of what they've already accomplished, the look that they already had. They let you walk away. They played games with you. They held on to you for as long as they could by doing the bare minimum, okay? Until you got sick and tired of being tired. They never thought there'd be consequences for their actions. They never thought they'd miss you the way they did, okay? Now they want to get back together with you because they're sick and tired of the way their life is right now. But they had to go through this, okay? And them going through this is what's making them realize I need to change. Now they want a fresh start. Now they want to say, can you give me a second chance? Although for many, it would be more than a second chance. I want to feel the good vibes between us again. I want to spend time together. Like, I love you. I want to hold you. I want to take you out. You know, I don't want to continue to be in these toxic environments. This person took bad advice. They've been hanging with low vibrational people. They had people leeching off of them, and yet they were allowing it. They were allowing it because it was feeding into their ego. You were not feeding their ego. That's why you were expendable, okay? This person fed off of karmic relationships because it made them feel big. All right, but now they're realizing that that's not what they want. They want safe love. They want you. And this is why this person is tugging on your energy right now, okay? This is what they want. They want to return to where the love is safe, where they feel at home, where there's trust, where there's security, where there's comfort, okay? Where's their peace, where they can lay their head at night and sleep. They want a real reunion. They want that unconditional love. They want to be back for good. They want to feel that pure joy. They want that soulmate connection because now they feel like you're their soulmate. Now they feel like they've learned the lesson. Okay, they may be smoking to cope with things. Smoking what? You tell me. You know your person. Okay, they could have even picked up a new addiction, but now they're leveling up. Now they're growing because now they realize they needed to grow. Now they're seeing what your connection brought to them because again, you mirrored. You mirrored to them what they needed to fix, but they weren't ready to fix. Okay, So this is why this person is tugging on your energy, and this is what they want. They want a union, a real reunion. They want to come out of no contact with you, okay? They don't want to be blocked. They want the disagreements to be over. They don't want any more silent treatment. They want you to forgive them. That's what they want. So you want to know why they're pulling on your energy? Because they want you to forgive them. They want you to let the past go. They want peace. They want spiritual release. They want the universe to stop putting them through so much karma. They just want it to be over. Okay? So this is what they want. I hope that resonated with you. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see any more of my readings. Okay? Love and peace. Bye.